like this? Oh, Hoshi, your mascara is smudging. She thinks she's so cute.
I hate to be the one to tell you this, but your makeup is a little messy. Are you alright, Hoshi?
You haven't been playing that weird breathing game, have you? You've seen what it does to the other kids.
Be part of something bigger than yourself? Such a stupid slogan for a high school. How could anything be bigger than me, anyway? Kanpeki.
Hey everyone, so my guest today is the lead developer on that game we just saw a trailer for, Kanpeki. I'd like to introduce him. His name is goes by Wiloux. How you doing, Wiloux?
I'm doing great. I'm just gonna say that I'm one of the developer, not the only one.
Okay.
This one, like we're part of a bigger team, but I'm the guy that can put everyone together and stood throughout the whole project.
No,
I know.
that was actually one of the things I was gonna ask as far as and I'll get into it. I know I'm not sure if you're the main developer or the lead one. Uh, so where's your kind of position within the hierarchy of the game, and what is your team? Do they look to you to kind of delegate and direct, or is it sort of like a whole team effort as far as input within the game?
Well, leading wise, like I'm the guy who led most of the devs because we had a lot of people that just came in and like stayed for a couple months and they just left. So I'm the one with like the vision, but
Hmm.
uh, we had we had a lot of people that just added stuff to the project. Like it was, I mean, it's not a one man vision. The game isn't that, and also for everything that's like like giving deadlines, etc. That was me that handled it, like all the management side, I would
Hmm.
say. But
Okay, so
yeah,
yeah, so you're sort of like the you direct, you delegate, sort of keep everyone kind of on a
yeah,
schedule.
together. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I did for the project.
no, that's cool. And I was gonna say in this game, Kenpeki, the main character is Hoshi. I believe that her name is. She comes to school. She's a teenage girl with the smudged makeup, has a mental breakdown from her lack of perfection, and now she's in this twisted nightmare where the teenagers are acting strange. They're in this participating in what's called the choking game. If anyone's
Mm,
familiar with it, it's where you kind of like cut off your oxygen supply to kind of get a thrill. I remember that being kind of a thing when I was younger.
yeah.
Uh, what inspired this character, the story, the settings? Was it like did the game mechanics come first and then the story came, or was it vice versa? How did that kind of unfold?
No, I think the story definitely came first. The breathing game wasn't part of the original pitch. Actually, okay, the game was supposed to be like a bigger project with multiple characters,
Hmm.
and I remember that I just wanted like like some sort of like a bigger story with a lot of characters that you would play as. And I've recruited like some writers on Reddit, and one of the guy came with the character of Hoshi, uh, which was so great that we decided, to just keep it and just make a whole game for her. And also because we realized that we wouldn't have the resources needed to make that bigger game that I've
Hmm.
envisioned. So Hoshi was a very interesting character, and he was like interesting enough to make a full game out of. And also we didn't have enough resources to make a like a triple A game with like 1,000 characters. And
Yeah.
also, like for the breathing game, I came up with that because we needed like some sort of mechanic to make the game a bit more interesting than just like a Resident Evil copy pasta or something. I don't know how I would say that.
Hmm.
And the breathing game, like I remember that was really something that I lived through like when I was a kid. I remember my parents telling me about it, and like the media warning us about it. And I thought it was just something that was really interesting to add and a bit scary.
No, yeah, I know. When I would, because I played the demo that's available
Mm,
on your site, and I will, put it on the description. But because you do have a demo out on Steam, and then where you can download it to play on Windows. I know it gave me. I was like, oh, this is cool because not only do you see another part of the world, so it goes into this whole like psychedelic type thing where you're seeing another part of the world with the lack of oxygen, but then also
mm,
gave me that tense feeling. It reminded me of when you're underwater in Sonic and you're looking for that air
yeah,
bubble and you just
yeah.
hear that dread music and you're panicking. So it,
Mm,
it like really I don't know, it did what it I think intended to do as far as the mechanic for me.
great.
Um
Okay.
is this the first game, like, you've maybe developed or this team? I know on your, site you had a game called, Bowtie or Bowtie about a
Yeah.
dog?
Well, this is not my first game. Definitely, I have a lot of other games, smaller games. I've been like studying game development for a while now, and I've made a whole bunch of games, but I think Kanpeki is the best one by far. And also, Botai was just okay. So when we first like made the team, we kind of wanted to know like what we could do as a team and see the skill of everyone. And Botai was just a game jam to see like if we could actually work together on a bigger project. So yeah, so
Okay,
Botai
cool.
it's a fun game, but it's small.
It's like a team building exercise to see
Yeah.
who could do what and all that. No, that's interesting. Uh And as far as, choice to go with the retro horror graphics of, like, the old PlayStation 2, era,
Hmm.
was that a choice that you all did creatively, or was it because of the limits of the team? Why did you choose that route?
I guess it's a bit of both. I remember that I was very, very obsessed with like the PSX aesthetic and the retro games, and I really wanted to make a game with this aesthetic, and also, of course, because it would save a lot of time, and also I wasn't very good. Like, Comic is my first game in which I made like 3D art
Mhm.
mainly, and and I had no idea to how to do a lot of things. So like the retro aesthetic really helped to hide my mistakes, etc. So yeah, but I
Well,
think now
uh-huh.
I'm really trying to like live up to it. I don't use it as an excuse anymore. Like I really want to make a game with this aesthetic, and I think the next level that we're making right now will really feel more professional on another not on a lot of levels.
No, it fits with the theme, and then it is very inspired of that old Resident Evil, Silent Hill, the fixed
Yeah.
camera. And I feel like that's a thing right now. I know I just played a game. Was it Signalis, that
Oh
horror
yeah.
game, and that had sort of that fixed camera angle. It was kind of a different top down vibe to it, different graphics, but it's definitely dread when you don't know what camera you're gonna walk into and what
Hmm.
angle. It adds to it. Sorry about do. And then I was thinking of like the sound in it. Speaking of you know the breathing mechanic, the developing the retro graphics, you do have like a good sound to it as far as full dialogue. You have
Mm.
the music in the game seems to be tailor made. You have someone there like within the developing process that's sort of like how much input do they have in as far as like developing the levels, helping with the game, the
Mm.
person doing the music because I feel like it's a big part of it as well.
Yeah, he's definitely like one of the game designers. So his name is Miguel,
Hmm.
Miguel Music, and we've been working on the game before Kanpeki and Botai. Like he's one of people I've known for a while, and he's definitely very. He put a lot of him into the game and a lot of input in, even on the game design because we didn't have like a really like a guy with the title of game designer. Like we had a lot of people doing a lot of stuff, but no one was just game designer. So everyone was free to like give their ideas, etc., and give their what they want. And for the voice acting, it's a bit different. It's not really him that took care of it. I think I don't remember very well, but I think it's the writer that thought it was cool, and it's and we've used a website called I forgot, but we yeah we put like we asked for some help on the website, and we had a lot of people that were interested, and we really didn't expect such interest for our small game, and that's why we decided to add voice acting. Also, like we had a girl like who worked on Botai as well, was really good, and she was very interested into the project, and that's why she got the voice of Hoshi, but she wasn't from that website, if I remember correctly. I don't know. It's so far away now. Like
Uh-huh.
we did so much stuff after that. But yeah, the voice acting, yeah, I think it's very cool. And I don't know why like so many people don't put voice acting into their game. It's not like there's plenty of voice actors that are begging to work for you. Like so. Like give
No,
them a
yeah.
shot. Like take the time to
Yeah,
voice acting into your game. I beg you.
I know it adds a lot to it because when I was playing the demo
Mm,
and you get to the point where you meet that character, the other character that
Nozomi, yeah.
you meet in the demo, and then you hear voice acting with the text. I was like, oh shoot, this has voice acting too. It really does add to it. And even if you wanted to go as far as yeah, you have AAA games hiring professional actors
Mm.
or uh film people from film and movies. You look at the old Resident Evil where the dialogue voice acting was corny as heck, but that added the
It really
charm
adds a
to
lot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. And yeah, especially in Compiki, like you have like a bit of voice acting at the start and like a bit at the end, and there's so much silence in between that when you get to that voice acting, like it real feels like a reward. Like real feel like you got something done. I feel like.
No, yeah, it really adds to it.
Mm,
And then the music too. We said by that guy Miguel.
mm.
It reminded me of like Silent Hill 4. Like The Room, the
Really?
soundtrack.
Okay.
Yeah, where it really adds to it. It gives to that same vibe where it's like it. I don't know. It just makes it even
Feels
better.
retro. Mm.
Yeah. And as far as you know, like I don't know how far you're into with the game and all that. How long have you been working on this game already? And how long do you think, you continue to work on it until like what's the goal of maybe being able to release it? I'm not asking for a date. I know it takes a
Mm.
lot, but like what's the goal?
Well, we've been working on it since I think 2020. I think yeah, it
Wow.
started in COVID. Like I had a lot of time on my hands, and I just decided, to make a big game with some people I liked. And the demo is like the first chapter, and we want to make like two others to release the full game. So three chapter in total. So I feel like the game is like once you're done, we're making a lot of progress towards the second title chapter. Sorry. Uh, but I don't I have no idea when it will be finished because it's so slow. It feels like it's such a it feels like it's kind of a boulder. I've been like mm,
I can't
I don't
imagine
know
it.
how to say it. Yeah,
Look at like Grand Theft Auto, how
yeah,
long I mean, but
yeah.
that's a huge game with a million,
Mm,
people working on it, but how long that takes to develop, let
mm.
alone can't imagine a small team developing a game, on their
Yeah,
own. It takes just as long.
especially that like no one is full time on it.
Hmm.
It's just on our free time, so it takes so much time, and it feels like it's kind of dreadful, like like you see the amount of work you need to do like to get this game done, and you know that you're never gonna give up, and
Hmm.
you kind of feel like okay, I'm gonna finish this game when I'll be 30 or something. Like what the fuck? So so I have no idea when it will be finished. I just know that I'll finish it in some ways, that's for sure. Uh, and yeah, it's been 3 years already, 4 soon.
And working in all that time, that big time frame, 4 years, and then no telling how much longer it might take. Not that I'm putting pressure on you, of course, but is there anything like that's helped you throughout? Maybe like the AI that's kind of becoming a big thing, or new tools or other choices that you want to make that might like direct you in a different direction toward the game, or like what I'm trying to say, like, are there other tools now that you're like, oh, I'm glad that came out, or I wish I had that years ago, when starting this game.
I'm definitely glad that ChatGPT came out because it helps a lot with like the Japanese translation and like getting stuff mostly right. Because I'm from France, I've never been to Japan, no one in the team is Japanese or and whatnot. So like it really helps, like to ask him, okay, so what would you write on an ad in the 2000s in Japan? Like, and he came up with stuff I can just copy paste on the texture. Like, it really helps a lot because like we made some mistakes on the demo translation wise, and I read a lot of comments on the game and the YouTube videos, etc. And I see people like saying this, isn't this Chinese or something? And I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the ignorant foreigner that just gets everything wrong. So
Hmm.
that GPT really helped a lot. that's that's the extent I use AI on the projects.
And as far as like you just mentioned there, player feedback, you read the comments, or maybe you've seen someone else play it.
Oh
Is
yeah.
it does does any of that help shape the direction you want to take the game, or give you different ideas, as far as like, I don't know how set in stone you are with the next couple chapters. Would it change like, oh no, that sounds good, I'd rather go that way, or you already kind of have a plan as far as what you want to do? And
No, like of course, like player feedbacks help a lot. Like I love seeing people playing the game. I think I've watched all the playthroughs in the game. Like I look at it like every few months, like Kanpeki gameplay, and I sort by like dates. So it really helped. I've changed a lot of things from the feedback on the demo.
mhm.
I'm not like a real tyrant on how the game will look. Like I'm not Hideo Kojima or something, or like Miyazaki. Like I'm not. I don't care if I see a good idea. Like I will take it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I kind of know where I want to take the story because I'm not even the I'm not even the original writer of the game. Like he left, and I'm
Mhm.
just trying like to make the story make sense, even though I'm not in his head. So like I don't feel like I am the man with a vision very clear. I know where I want to take a few things, but I'm always open to suggestions, and I really like to take them in. So feel free, yeah, to suggest anything. Like if anyone's listening, like I usually listen.
Well, no, I really enjoyed the game. I don't know, I back in the days, I guess, of me playing, I was too scared when I was younger to play those scary games, so now I'm enjoying them. And
Mm,
yeah, this makes me wow, they're making games now, and that's kind of big now, where you're making uh games in this generation but with older graphics that we grew up
mm,
with, and it's great because it adds to the tension, and I know you may say it helps just with the development process and hide the mistakes, but I really think it helps generate that, I don't know,
vibe.
added
Yeah,
fear
yeah, I
to
think
it.
I get.
Yeah, but no, I want to thank you for your time today. I know Kenpeki, you can check out, I have the website down there. I'll have it in the description so anyone could check
Thank
out
you.
the demo. They can play it's the first chapter for
Yeah, yeah, it's
themselves.
basically first chapter. Yeah.
And yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I don't know if there's anything else you'd like to shout out or push.
Shout out to all my friends. No, I'm fine. Thank you. But thank you. Yeah, thank you for like your kindness. Like I'm really. I've never been interviewed before, and it was pretty fun talking with you. So yeah, thank you.
No, yeah, I appreciate your time here today, making it for me. And
Mm,
yeah, I hope this game gets you know, even more traction. It really deserves it. It was a fun play, a very interesting
mm,
story. Uh, and it plays into, I don't know, kind of what the world's going through today with a lot of like mental health, and
mm.
people thinking too much about caring too much about what other people think, so I
Mm.
think it'll strike a chord. But yeah, no, thank you so much, Willow, for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, everyone, thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.